the idea that today trust is like at a premium, I feel like is an understatement because think about the things that we experience that like immediately it'll bounce off of something. If you can tell that a brand looks fake, which is everywhere right now, like that erosion of trust like happens overnight or no, it happens instantly and does not build back overnight, right? It's the same thing historically with trust, right? Once you've lost it, it's really hard to win it back. So if I think that a company is doing AI generated articles and they're not real and they're not really that great of quality, I'm going to think everything they do is that. And so it's a little bit of like your brand is a reflection of the values you want to put out there. And if you think pushing a button to go generate 15 articles is going to get you the right perception in the market, I think you're wrong. And I think a lot of companies are making that mistake right now. But I think that it drives home the point though, like it's more important than ever for us to think about the way you saw. It's like not all visibility is good is almost the way I want to put it. Like it's like a doubling down on you still have to go remember that your goal is to put out good quality authority content. And if it is not based on like your opinion and the things that you bring to the market, then you've just commoditized yourself back down to lowest common LLM, basically. So I think that's when we think about helping brands understand like what are the things that you should be doing. It should be how do you amplify original thought from your leaders? The same way you and I are trying to go do the exact same thing.
Yeah, this idea of authenticity is interesting, not just as like a buzzword. It really does matter. If you know that person and you know the way that they communicate on LinkedIn seems the same. Like I have a number of close friends who are leaders of companies. Some of them communicate on LinkedIn in a very buttoned up kind of manner. Some of them communicate exactly how I would see them hanging out with them on the weekend, that kind of thing. And so I don't know. I think the ones that communicate a little more straightforward with how you see them outside of work comes across as more authentic. I think also this morning we were having a discussion with one of our new partners just offline about how to create like an authentic message that projects out there. And he mentioned this kind of, I don't know the exact line, but it was, well, if you've already got these relationships and it's already working for you, and that kind of authenticity has worked, don't try and go out and be something you're not in some way, because why go with what's working, right? And your authentic self has worked, right? You've got friends, you've got colleagues, you've got, a career, and you kind of take that sort of first principles kind of view on your own authenticity and project that forward. It's going to work just like it has. So don't try and do something different than you have. That really kind of stuck with me as like how to drive authenticity.
I think it's it's a good call out as far as even like if we were going to pull out recommendations of like, well, what should brands be doing? I almost think it's like a version of what you just said, right? Which is you should be finding ways to be more authentic at scale. And if you can do that, you will win. Because I mean, ultimately, it goes back to even the same reason why like most of our business development is referral based. You do good work for a client, they like you, they tell their friends. It's not that, I mean, that's always been the way that you build services businesses. And a lot of the stuff is always, relationship based for sure. But you only get people to refer you if they like working with you and you like the people behind you. If you're an asshole, no one's going to refer you. Be authentic. Don't try to be anything you're not. And, it's probably it's its own version of like ICP filtering too, right? Like you'll connect with the people that you like working with because you're being yourself on these things.